education and enforcement of fire prevention is so important. Educating the public on the things that they can do to help prevent fires. Not leaving a stove on, ensuring that the gas is cut off, ensuring that nothing hot was left on, the fire was put out before they went to bed or before they leave on an extended vacation, whatever it might be. Ensuring that they understand the importance of changing batteries and smoke detectors and fire alarms. Ensuring that their systems are maintained properly and appropriately so that it can assist in putting out a fire or allowing them enough time to get out before lives are taken. Having enforcement of fire codes is crucial to any city department, so that everything is up to date and so that fires don't spread faster, so that people have time to get out, get their families out, and get to safety, and that no lives are lost. And unfortunately, that may result in property, but would rather property than lives being lost due to that. Engineering, that has come a long way in the way that buildings are being designed and thought about as you go along, as they've gone along, and the ISC has come out, the International Fire Code has come out, that comes with standards that are to be followed to allow for time or for a fire to be contained. In my particular jurisdiction, the Commissioner Court adopts the fire code and the government code, either or both, and then they enforce it. They use the codes that they've adopted and enforce them here in Montgomery County. Life Saving 101 and the International Fire Code are the two that the department uses and enforces in this jurisdiction currently. Buildings are to be retrofitted, so Life Saving 101 is for existing buildings, so that's how they tackle existing structures here in Montgomery County, is by following Life Saving 101. And so what happens is these older buildings and apartment complexes around here are being retrofitted to be able to be up to code and standard, because a lot of them don't have sprinkler systems. They're not fitted for that. Some of them don't have fire alarms at all. And one of the biggest issues here in Montgomery County is in the older district or the historical district, these apartments don't have a blockage between ceiling attics. And so the fire can spread through all of them, and it spreads a lot quicker because there's no block to keep it contained to either one unit or in just one space. So it spreads a lot faster, and a lot more people are affected by it, as well as property. So what they do here is, especially for older buildings, a plan is sent in to the council, and it gets reviewed by a fire code official for approval or denial. And it depends on what they're looking for. Are they looking to retrofit? Or are they looking to upgrade? Is it going to stay within the standards and codes that have been adopted by Montgomery County? And so it has to go through a process to be approved to ensure that those standards and codes are still being followed with any kind of upgrading or retrofitting of these buildings. Here they like to do the flame test, and in an interview with the fire marshal here, he said that there was a green plastic that they were unsure of. They weren't sure how fast it burned. It was being used in a building. They asked for a sample piece. So that's what they do. They will ask for sample pieces if they're unsure on questionable material. They're not sure how fast it burns. They'll do a flame test, and goes to a lab. They do that, and then they provide that result and feedback to the building. And so they also look at Underwriters Laboratories. That's what they follow mostly here. And so their biggest issues is that the multifamily apartments, they're not protected at all. They don't have any firewalls. They don't have the ceiling blocks in the attics. So that's where the biggest struggle comes in. And so these plans have to be submitted, especially for the complexes, again, to be retrofitted. They have to be submitted, has to go through an approval process and be approved, so that standards are always up to date in existing buildings, and in new construction. They apply that same technique to the new construction as well, to ensure that those codes are being followed by what Montgomery County has adopted.